Hello, everyone. We are
Hello,
live.
everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hopefully, with sound from everyone and no technical problems.
I will roll the dice and see what lands today. But so far, config should be the good one. Uh, Last stream we got like some issues with sound. But if you can confirm that you can hear us all and not only me, that would be fantastic. Guys, can you say something?
Can you hear us, guys? Hello. No reports yet, so I think. Well, someone says I don't hear anything. No, but he hears it now, so
It could be trolling also.
that's good. Yeah,
That's
they're
good.
fine. I think we're good. We're good to
Nice.
go. Cool.
Yeah, hopefully.
We can
Hopefully.
start.
Okay.
We're gonna start with some hellos then. And this time people can actually hear hellos. So hello, Bobby Bless, toasted roasted peanuts, Calcul on 78, Sunstriker Rosa, Mick Colley, Darth Tyler, Skinny 33, Am Warpath, Young Boy Destin, and Laserclaw 80, and all the Grim Weasel and Cord Jacksons. Hello, guys.
Our friend Nathan Webb is joining us on Facebook today. He's watching us. He's got some trivia for you that we will ask later during the stream. Also on Facebook, hello to Michael Rabi, Jason Perry, Samuel Grabe, Mike Walker, Julian Hernandez Cruz, Gino Coplo Rojas, Osiris Marquez, Charlie Serrano. Hello to Gaston Orofino, Cesar Cueva, Brian Villalobos Leiva, Dimitri Popov, Jason Ellie, and Murat Yüksel. Hello to Alan Ledenjord, Rob Smith, Ferenc Gabor Simon. Hello to John Nunez Cuscano, Ferenc Gabor Simon. I think I already said it. Kevin Mock. And I think that is it. Facebook.
That was almost all the people in Facebook. So from YouTube, Ajik Yagami, I'm not Zeus, says here. Alex85, Earl Sands, Kevin Sylvester, Frost Bolter, Jeffrey Mayfield, Henny Pretorius, Bumblebee Prime, Chance Minor, Curtis Price, and many others. Hello to everyone. Also, I see a Nathan Webb here too. I guess it's the same Nathan Webb or not. Anyways, hello.
Yeah, today we have like quite a big program. After 2 weeks ago it was a bit light. All the things we've been working on are now ready to be shown. So this week we'll talk first about the event. We'll read a short dialogue as well. We'll show the new bots that you may have discovered in the newsletter, Trailbreaker and Exhaust. We'll
Trailbreaker
give
at last for some people.
what?
Trailbreaker
Trailblazer.
at last.
Yeah, at last. We'll give a spin to Smashdown and Browser Sharp, the new combat bot that will come to the game next week. Next week. And then there is like other little things that we want to talk about towards the end of the stream, but I won't reveal them quite yet. There will also be some trivia, and we will remind you that you can also ask us questions during the stream. We'll take note of them and spend some time answering them as we go.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so should we start with the event?
Yeah, let's jump straight in. So we have a lot of things to cover and a few surprises too.
Hotwired.
Hotwired, yeah, because after Breaker is kind of mad with his situation and things will happen.
Something went wrong here.
Cable, maybe. Anyway, oh.
You've been logged into another device.
I think that was me actually. Get in. I will use content then. It was online trolling.
Sorry about that. We all using the same accounts. You should not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that. Content.
Yep. Here we go. All wired.
Yeah. So Hotwired, it's an Alliance tournament. It's a 30 prestige Alliance tournament where you can get up to 3,000 Prime Core shards as usual, 30 shards crystals. So you randomly get some 4, 3 or premium shards, 30 random NK3 battle boosters that I guess you are running low after the big last weekend event, and then some good amounts of Combat Spark, Alloy, and Energon that's useful for every player. So it's a kind of a laid back, easy event after the big weekend. It's not an individual tournament because next week we'll have Halloween and some people will have time or others want to play the game. So this one will be Alliance to play together a bit, and then next one will be an individual tournament. And yeah, if we go through the different rewards, it's kind of we know this setup is nothing new here. It's intended so you can just play at your pace with your Alliance members and get for the big prize that I guess it's the 3,000 Prime Core shards to unlock more Prime Core cores or G-Metal cores from the store. So it's always a welcome addition, this kind of event. And yeah, talking about the last one, the 1.5 million one, we got a lot of feedback from players, and it was an intense weekend for many. So yeah, we're happy to hear that most of you kind of enjoy it.
About the last event, some players were already asking because the grapple was the prize. When will the grapple component be available for those of us in alliances that did not get it?
Yeah, so it will take, of course, some time, like it did with the previous piece. It will be on the Shanix store as the other one, but it will take some weeks yet. So the ones that fight for it can make advantage and use them before anyone else. And after some months, or weeks, we'll add it to the Shanix store.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I guess a lot of people were saying why it was so grindy or so hard, the last week's event. It is a 4-star combiner, and this, I guess, one of the way for the game to be healthy, like all the players that actually play hard and who actually reach that level, which I think was quite a lot of alliances, is what actually help us sustain us. Yes, probably they will have it for like maybe a month or something, but then it will eventually be there for all the free to players. So we are thinking of you guys, but like some players, the people that want to spend, they are actually the ones that actually help us keep the game going. So many thanks to all of them that actually and I think it was impressive. Like from my point of view, I saw like a lot of alliances finish, a lot of players actually went and helped a lot of lower alliances to finish. So it's really, really positive to see like the whole community getting together and actually manage to actually hit that goal. So hope for the people that got the 4-star combiner, hope you guys enjoyed it. I think he's gonna be coming in out from the lab. I think anytime now, if you started working it without didn't skip him. So hope you enjoy and play with him, and hopefully for the other guys that didn't take part or didn't actually manage to hit that goal, he will be there in the Sonic store eventually. So save your Sonics and you'll be able to get him.
Yeah, and still it was a great event with many other rewards. Yeah. So
there was a lot of rewards. Yeah, I mean it was. I think I got the 5-star quite early. I had like quite a few 5-star shards, and I'm already kind of near 2,000 shards. So it was a good event with a lot of good rewards. So if you grind it, then of course the chance to level your bots, another important thing. A lot of people wanted to get a lot of levels there.
Great. Yeah, so easy weekend this time. It's not like the easiest, but yes, it will be easier for everyone. Get some of these prime shards and get ready for the next ones.
Cool. Should we just read a little bit of dialogue then?
Yeah,
whatever.
Everybody's favorite section of the stream, the dialogue. This one is a shorter one. It's kind of like, it's a little bit of a pause in the story.
Decepticon this time around for some change.
I bought Decepticon because it's
okay.
It's a bit longer, but it's fun. It starts with Autobot actually, but
no escape.
It's a bit different this time.
Wow. Suddenly, this is not such a walk in the park. Omega, Overlord, Decepticons.
There is
This could
something.
escalate fast.
Wait, there is something weird with the ratio. I see like a big screen.
You have to bring it in your side, Hyro. It's not the ratio of the device.
Okay.
It's okay. They can see them a bit. Flame War.
Okay.
We better call for backup, Noscon. Just don't do anything that might provoke.
Flame War.
Afterbreaker, no. Too late, Strafe, too late. Afterbreaker never had the longest fuse to begin with, and Flame War's handiwork has shortened it still further. Like it or not, we committed.
Anyway, I leave it to you. I have to prep for our next combat bot drop.
Oh, who's the incumbent?
Name's Smashdown. And before you ask, he's already earmarked for the records.
Starscream.
Go for
Did
it.
you not think to serve this breakthrough of Lucas with the
We need reinforcement and quick. Luca, are you ready?
Born ready, Starscream. Brace yourself for Rasher Sharp. Yeah, that was it.
I was too short from the
Yeah, it's actually a long text saga, but we'll have more extra dialogues by the end of it because this is still quite a lot of story. No.
So we have new combat bots coming in, Smashdown and Razor Sharp, as you might have read in the dialogue. Smashdown is actually one of the, I think when we was deciding to do combat bots, it was one of the ones that actually was proposed to us. Was Hasbro like presenting the new stuff they were releasing for the Siege storyline. So it's one of the things that started it, but we just left him for a bit later because we just want some pairing. And Razor Sharp is a bit obscure. It's like another bot, but they were trying to get something that could be a parity to the hammer that is Smashdown.
It does look cool. It's just not as famous, I think.
It's unfortunately that Hasbro hasn't done two like Smashdown. Usually they do like versions which are Orbital and Decepticons, and you can pick them. But in this case, it was the best fit. I think Razor Sharp, but it's still. I mean, he looks pretty good. Can we show them or jump me straight to that?
1 minute. I just need to switch. Should do that. And here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. So his Smashdown is equipped on RC. I'm going to show you the sequence as well, and we can discuss also the ability itself.
You can probably zoom in a bit further higher on this.
Yes, I'm back to 100. Yeah, this is too big still.
Yeah, so they are like, so as you can see, it was equipped on RC, so they are like melee combat bots that you can equip on warriors and on the melee special class bots. It's probably a bit small on your screen right now, so I'll read it for you. The ability goes every 10 seconds, your enemy defenses are stunned for 2.5 seconds. These seconds actually scale when you upgrade the combat bot, and the damage against bots and combiner increased by 4%. This as well is a level 1, so it's quite low, but it scales up. And when the bot equipped with Smashdown fights against another bot or combiner, they will deal more damage against them. So yeah, that's Smashdown. I can show you. I think I have Razor Sharp equipped on Armada Megatron. You can see it here. Yeah, it's a spider. It's a bit of a different looking one as well. It has these little claws. Yeah, I could show you that. Oh, I should probably show you. Let me.
The equip sequence, so you can actually see the weapon during the.
Yeah. Yeah, so they are melee weapon. In the case of Razor Sharp, he literally like grabs the handle and hit it directly with the spider. just like hit it on the head. If we should show the equip sequence as well of one step too far. Sorry about that. In the case of Smashdown, you can see it's more in the shape of a hammer. Hence the name, obviously.
Both very cool.
It's
Yeah.
like name and usage. Did you know that Razor
Sure.
Sharp is based on a real animal? It's called it's called Halloween crab, and it's a colorful crab. It's said in the wiki. It's quite fun. It's exactly the same colors, like a purple and red and black crab. So
I'll try and show you them in action.
oh yeah.
So it is here equipped on Inferno. I'm just going to start this battle and just show you what happens without really looking at winning it. So as you could see, like every 10 seconds or more, no, every 10 seconds sharp, it will start an attack that will stun the defenses in a small area. Wait, let me grab the other one.
Gonna die.
I'm gonna die already. Well, so I wanted to show you this. I'll try and go to the outpost bot over there. So yeah, so it will just like stun regularly the defenses, which comes quite in handy as well. And up there, there is an outpost bot which I'll try and trigger, and it should also do more damage against that outpost bot. So let's do this. So here you can see right after his ability, he has stunned the defenses. I'll trigger that one. And then here's not going to be exactly spectacular, but the damage are increased right now against Underscorn, which means that also work in defenses. So if you were to place a bot equipped with Smashdown in an outpost, it would deal more damage against the bot attacking your base as well.
I do have a question though. Does this actually work on defense?
It does. No?
Because during defense, melee weapons, there are fist fights. So
yeah, it does work. It does work. So the way it looks, so we could not make it use the hammer when you see it on defense, but the bonus is still there, and it still does deal more damage. Yeah. So just like visually, you won't see the hammer, but the extra damage will be there.
Cool. Yeah. So that's the new combat bots. When they're gonna be available, I think it's the next week. Jairo?
Yes.
It's next week. So next week available, so you'll be able to win them then, and of course they will be available in the crystals, the free crystals, and the premium and the combat crystals, quite some time later. But yeah, they will be available to be purchased next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it will be during Halloween, so it will be part of a special bundle also. So it will be cool.
Any other questions for that?
Does it stun on defense? Yeah, the stun will also work on defense.
Yeah.
Straightforward. I'm not sure there were other questions regarding these two bots where we are then, but
there's a few other questions for other things, but I don't know if we can do a quick one.
I saw some question about Laio Kaiser and Computron, which our player are thinking are coming next. That we don't. There was multiple questions about them, but we don't actually have a lot to share about the next round of Combiner. In our mind, we've just released Omega Supreme and Overlord, which are not Combiner but act like Combiner in the game, the way you use them, and we we kind of like a long way before we release a new one. So
We
no,
we're also missing a few bots from that, and the people are saying Skyrain are like, no, I'm afraid I'm gonna break your heart. Not right now. Like we rather do like original combiners, but in the future, you never know. Skyrain is actually possible now that we have Trailbreaker, but no plans for the Skyrain unless we finish with the original combiners. I think for the G1. There was a question about the achievements. Like there is for some of them there's a cap of 10. Is that on purpose, Cairo?
Yes, so Puppy Bless this time. The achievement for getting votes to 65 has a cap of 10 rewards for getting 10 votes there. Yeah, right now it's 10. We can expand it more, and because it counts your actual amount, no achievement will be lost at the moment we add more. I'm surprised you are getting this many so fast, but it's intended. So it's 10 now. Eventually, we can add more. Actually, we'll put a note for that.
The guy's asking about if we ever want to do like Shattered Glass Kings. I'm actually thinking if there's some other co-worker from us that actually has sneaked in and done this question, because there is someone from at work keep pestering us. Shattered Glass Kings, Glass Kings, and it's like, I don't know. Yeah, we're going to see in the future like to do more skins and to do some stuff. So it is a possibility. People keep pestering us, so you never know.
Yeah, because Shattered Glass is not a shader, right? It's a recolor for every bot. The way they look.
Yeah, but it is an idea for sure. So there is a question about ability 11, which people might have seen that it is part of this new release that has been actually forced to people today, though we still don't have any details to share at the moment. We have started working on the first bots, which will be around 10 bots that will get ability level 11. Though I'm gonna kind of moderate expectations to see that this is not gonna be the most amazing bots. A lot of them, like some of them are popular, most of them are original or bots. So we're gonna go first like some bots that need some love, and then going to the bots that actually at the moment don't even need ability level 11. As for the upgrade, it's gonna be just Spark and Z Energon. There won't be a normal Energon, but it will be just Z Energon and Spark. Are we ready to speak about the amount? I think we did decide on it.
We did set it up.
But
I don't know if you.
I think I will just leave it just in case we need to tweak it. The Spark will be an increase of the previous one, to be honest, so it will be a bit higher than level 10. As an Energon is gonna be quite significant amount. I mean, so you probably should also save some from the new experience rewards and not spend all of them if you want to upgrade some bots to ability level 11.
But it is like for what we're working on now, we cannot say much about the details, but it will be a bit pricey, but also because it's not just another level. There's going to be some new stuff added to the ability. There's maybe an extra effect or something that was not there when you were increasing your ability from level 9 to 10, for example. So yeah, I mean, we're working on them. I guess like now it's probably a matter of 2 or 3 weeks before you actually hear from us in the newsletter more details.
Yeah, we need to test them and do some play testing and balancing about them. So there will be, I think, another 2. Probably the next stream we'll be able to showcase the first part. Some people are actually, because I've seen some questions, so there is a new XP reward that you can buy from Z Energon. People are asking if the XP core is affecting them, and no, it doesn't. So I will not bother equipping an XP core. This XP cores only work for battles, so only work for the XP that you get in battle and not the one that you get from the reward. As for other people that are saying they might have some problems, please write in the community and we will definitely have a look at. If there is a problem, we will definitely jump in and see what's going on.
Cool.
Usual questions. New 5-star in Sanix. There won't be a new 5-star in Sanix, but you might want to save those Sanix things for the new the Omega and Overlord part. So
Correct.
shall we move on and showcase the new characters?
We can do that indeed. Let me grab them first.
In the meantime, I'll also say the people that are be bothered with the notifications for the rewards for the XP reward. We are gonna work for next version to turn it off. Unfortunately, this time we don't have the option to do that. But in the next release, I'm gonna put something in place. So some of the things of the rewards, so that we know some people want to save and they don't want notifications, we might turn them off. So stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, here's one of the most requested bots. One of the few original G1s that we haven't put in the game. Threadbreaker in the game.
He was long awaited, and there was some good reaction of him coming into the game finally today in Discord. They were like, yes, finally, Threadbreaker.
A lot of people just every time we do a stream say you do this bot and this bot, and it's like we definitely have all this, especially for the bots from the G1. They are in the list that we definitely want to do. There are priorities, like if we want to do combiner bots or if we want to do some kind of promotion or a bit of discourse here and there, but we're never forgetting them. So don't worry. Eventually, all of their favorites are gonna make it in the big game. But yeah, Threadbreaker. So some transformation.
As you can see, it's going to be a warrior.
Yeah, it's a warrior class, of course. A lot of people are screaming for a force shield, so I'm pretty sure Fabian will listen to those suggestions. But yeah, it's pretty G1.
Very classic.
He's known for two things. He's known for force fields and magna wheels as well. I had a look at that, but it was a lot more difficult to make happen in our game. The magna wheels just like make him like hold to the ground, as if there were more gravity. So we definitely went for the force fields.
Spoilers. Yes, you're getting the force field.
Well, you'll see. It's kind of like okay. A little bit of a spoiler. Yeah, and then we can also have a little look at his counterpart in our game.
So this is where it gets a bit weird, and I think the problem you have, especially for Decepticons, is they don't have a lot of that many vehicles forms. So Exhaust is a bit. I mean, it is a copy of Wheeljack in a way, but there is only so limited stuff. When you have original G1 left of Decepticons, is a lot of Seekers, and then you have a lot of trucks from the other side or cars from the other side. So anything we can find, we can mix them. A lot of other suggestions, of course, is for possible turbochargers, like Snapdragon and a few others I've seen in the stream. So yeah, but Exhaust it's a fun character. He doesn't have Marlboro Prince, as people will probably suggest when he announced him.
Yeah.
I remember talking to the artist and saying we need to remove all the signs because it's not very 2020.
No, it's not.
So yeah, we kind of we changed the colors a little bit, and we just kept the shape. Obviously, there was no shape, but we removed all the signs.
He's yeah. I mean, he's not actually a reskin of Wheeljack, though. It is a different model in a way, though, it was quite similar. It is kind of based on the toy that went out, so
it's pretty cool. I really like the visor. It looks like 70s sunglasses. It's pretty cool. Very unique in its own way.
Yeah, so yeah, that's them. They will come, of course, after the combat bot. So yeah, just a few weeks off. I think we'll still have a stream to demonstrate their abilities before they actually release. So yeah, so stay tuned, and there will be more.
The week that will be getting released. So
yeah.
and no leaderboard for them, so people don't have to
Yeah,
worry
don't
that
worry.
they will have to jump on another leaderboard straight away after the one we had last week. That was not leaderboard, but it was the same amount of effort.
Cool.
Cool.
Yes. So yes, 2 weeks. We still have another stream, so we can show him more. What else?
Although it's already a little bit spoiled, but we
Well,
demonstrated
details,
everything. We
details.
demonstrated everything then.
The devil is in the details, right? So we will show more about them. Getting. Yeah, I'm getting the question of if they stack with XP cores, the XP bundles. No, they don't, because XP cores involve battle, involve sending your bots to battle. That's where you get the extra XP, and the XP bundles, it's an instant infusion of XP, and they won't work with the XP cores. So, I think I had some questions around. Toasted Roasted Peanuts sent us a list of bots. I have noted that we have noted that down, so don't worry. We will have consideration as ideas for Decepticons, equivalents for Groove, Quickslinger, Ransack, and Sunstorm. Many characters. Still Rex 71 was asking if there will be another event like the Livewire where you could get Optimus Maximus. We run this kind of events yearly where you can unlock a 3-star combiner. Of course, because combiners are limited, we don't have that kind of event happening often, but at least once per year, so you can kind of keep track of the different combiner releases and unlock your own 3-star.
Nick Bachelor is telling us, how is that bot the most requested when you have bots like Blur that can be added to the game still? Maybe he's right, actually. Blur might be the most requested bot of them all.
It's been high on the request list. I mean, we're not actually making a note every time they request someone to have a vote who's the most requested, but yeah, it's pretty high.
Yeah, you're right. Blur is pretty high, yeah.
So, any other questions?
Well, we have a request for Ectotron, Gigabat, and Maverick, and the answer is we don't have the rights for Ghostbusters or Back to the Future or Top Gun. So no, I don't think this will be coming any soon. Although the toys are pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
We did mention.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, I was reading a question. Somebody was asking us about the Superion buff.
Oh yeah. Well, do you have any news, Fabian? Have you finally?
We finally have some news. After coming on these streams 3 weeks in a row and being said like I haven't worked on it, I finally did some work on Superion and Devastator. We also can show you them a little bit on device. We've prepared something. I just need to switch again. Yes. So what we've done, we have been working on a buff for Superion and Devastator. It's currently still in playtest. I'm talking with the playtester right now about the changes that we have made. What's gonna happen is that there's gonna be a tiny boost on health and damage, but the biggest chunk of what we've done lies in the abilities. So what we've done is we have increased the damage of the rockets that were quite underwhelming before. People were right about this. So the rockets will do more damage. We've also added, on the rush, we've added a higher percentage of destruction on the wall as they rush. So they're going to do more damage to walls as they rush. And we also have added some sort of an AoE component on both the rush and the death ray. So before, both these two abilities were just making damage to the final target. And this was a bit of a letdown compared to other combiners that were released after. So what we have done is that we have made these two ability, Rush and Defray, deal some damage around the final target as well. And let me quickly grab them. I'm going to demonstrate this. I also, so wait, I had some notes. I have a little bit of number. So yeah, so you should, so it's not final. So take this with a pinch of salt since we're still looking at the numbers. But for the Rush, you should do about like plus 50% more damage on walls. There won't be a damage increase on the final target, but there's going to be like a wide area around where all the targets around the final target of the Rush that will receive damage. The rockets will do about like 50% more damage as well. And finally, the Death Ray already had a high amount of damage on the single target, but it will still be increased by 20%, and there's also going to be some damage done around them. So I've popped Superion in the challenge battle, so I can show you this. So I think this Superion in this battle is about level 12, and he's a 4-star, so I can demonstrate all 3 abilities. So yeah, on the rocket themselves, so you won't see much because it's just pure increase of damage. So the ability itself will just like feel and look the same. It will just do more damage. On the Rush, you'll see, as before, I would have done only damage on this beam laser. Here you're gonna have like damage all around.
Is it? Is it Sering?
Oh,
No.
sorry.
I think you're only playing yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna restart this battle and pretend nothing happened. Obviously makes sense to me. Okay, we're back. So yeah, once again, I'm gonna drop the rockets. They'll do more damage, but I mean, it's hard to experience this. You feel it better with your own Superion once it hits the game. But yeah, they can destroy more than before. If I use, so now if I'm gonna use the Rush on this beam laser, you see I'll do damage also around. I mean, it kind of made sense. You had this like kind of like effects of like him stomping the ground and doing like a lot of like dust and rocks around, and now it actually does the damage as well. And now what you see for the Death Ray, there's going to be some explosions that were not here before, and as a result, it will just like do damage around as well. If you actually use the Death Ray on a stronger target and the Death Ray lasts for longer, you'll see there will be 3 explosions instead of 2. So yeah, so that's where we are with Superion. We kind of like the idea behind it was just like not to reinvent it completely. What we wanted to do is just like really look at the numbers, try to bump them a little bit to put them in line with other combiners. So it's not at the bottom of the pile, it's still comparable. It's very efficient on offense. I guess on defense, it was never really designed for it. So you still have like better alternative with other combiners, but it's definitely like relevant again, we think. So yeah, something to look forward to.
Yeah, so for the people asking all that, hopefully it's what you expect. Yeah, I mean, the idea was never to make them as strong as like Volcanicus or anything, but it's just to actually be able to have them as useful as the other combiners. So they are not, because all the people that put the effort or that's their own combiner, like it felt like after you, especially with the new HQ, that they fell a bit downside. So hopefully you guys actually can use them a bit better now, and they're actually more useful.
So you asked, and it happened. The long-awaited buff.
Yeah, so now of course people will be asking for the next combiners that we actually have to fix. No, I mean, yeah, it probably will take some time before we pass all the other guys. We do have other things we'll be doing in the background, so it's not like we can actually spend the time all the time just looking at the older bots.
This one was a long time coming though, so yeah, we're still working on it, but it's, I don't know, it's likely to come in a week or 2 now.
Should we do some trivia before we some questions?
We can do some trivia.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll remind you the rules. We're going to ask questions related to the Transformers universe. You can post your answer in the chat together with your in-game name, your HQ level, and your alliance name. By doing so, we will find you if you get picked and you have the right answer, and we will send you some freebie in the following days.
Cool.
So yeah, question one, Trailbreaker was one of the crew of the Ark in the G1 cartoon, but who voiced him? Who voiced Trailbreaker in the G1 cartoon?
We have a small hint that you will see in the screen now. So it's one of these two guys, one being Peter Cullen. So yeah, they are Smiley. So who voiced Trailbreaker?
In the meantime, Yanis, somebody's asking about hard mode for Cybertron League.
I think this is now possible with a new version, so maybe something we might push in a couple of weeks. I don't know. Yeah, we need to, of course, test if it's now it's actually possible, because before it wasn't. You wouldn't be able. You couldn't do it in leagues that didn't have special effect like Prime League. But we will be testing it in the future and see if we can turn it on. There is some reports of people having issues with the XP rewards. So if anyone had any issue, please provide to the community and they will help you. We will turn it off for a bit so we can actually do some figure out what exactly is happening. So the rewards will be going away for a bit, but they will come back. So we just need to make sure that's not broken for everyone. So yeah, waiting for the replies. This is why actually you actually see me play the game. I'm actually having a quick look, see what's happening.
Yeah. Okay, so question again. Trailbreaker was one of the crew of the Ark in the G1 cartoon, but who voiced him? We'll put a quick hint again. Now in the screen you see him with Peter Cullen. Very smiley, very professional, them both. Actually, I was looking of pictures of that person, and he's always so smiley that, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if it's in line of the character he voices.
And we have some winners. So yeah, I'll just repeat the question one more time. Who voiced Trailbreaker in the G1 cartoon? And the answer was Franz Welker. And Night and Web, we came up with a question, also told us that Franz Welker also voiced Megatron, Mirage, Mixmaster, Ratbat, Ravage, Rumble, Soundwave, Skywap, Sludge, Sweep, Superion, Willy, and many, many more. So he's a very important voice in the Transformers universe. And as for winners, we have Z4 and D4R from Dark Revolution. We also have Redoubt from Dinobots Island. And finally, our last winner for this question is Blitzwing from the Sept of Kaon. Congratulations to you guys. Somebody from our team will send you a freebie in a couple of days. If you haven't received it by Monday, contact the support and they will give it to you.
Nice. Yeah, let's jump to a second question. It says, question number 2. Before Transformers, there was Diaclone, and Exhaust was one of them. Although at the time he didn't have the name he didn't have the name he has now. It did have a misspelled cigarette brand name on him. But how was the brand misspelled? So yeah, we talked about that before. Something it would never happen in 2020 as branding a toy with a cigarette brand. But not only that, but there was also a typo, and we want the name with a typo.
So we're looking for exact spelling here. So what fake cigarette name was written on Exhaust model? especially on the car, I think.
Yeah, it's on the car.
We've already
Well.
said it in this stream, so
Yeah. Yeah.
just for the observer people or the people who didn't know, you already had the answer.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But we were expecting to have the correct misspell as well,
Yeah.
because obviously they didn't use the right name.
I
I
mean,
mean,
we have a. I don't know if it was intended, right? It could be like branding on there.
on the model I looked at when we were just like designing it, it was also there was this, and there was also like the car name on it. So it was a bit of a trademark nightmare.
Yeah, the Lancia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have a picture. I don't know if we should be showing
I'm
it.
wondering if back in the days, like this Lancia might have been a racing car and it was sponsored by Marlboro. That's the kind of thing that was happening back then.
Yeah. Well, brands have always branded themselves for sport and musical events, so it wasn't that weird back in the time, and of course it is now. But okay. So the question again. Exos before he had a different name and he had a different art on him, and it was a misspelled cigarette brand. So can you tell us which was this misspelled cigarette brand on him? Okay.
And we got some winners.
Nice.
So the misspelled cigarette brand that was written on exhaust car model was Marlboro. How would you pronounce it? Marlboro? Marlboro?
Marlboro.
I don't know. Malboor. Yeah, and the guys who got the right answer are Vincentron X01 from Ignited Flame. We have Cispray 1216 from S7 Black Company, and finally we have Omega Bomb 10 from Warpath Elites.
So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Give it a few days and you should receive a freebie from us.
Maybe a chocolate cigarette. They used to sell that, right? I don't think they sell it now, but back in my time,
That definitely existed when I was a kid.
yeah, and it was pretty
Yeah.
close branded like that. Like, oh man, these times were so wrong. So
Cool,
congratulations for the winners. What else we have? I don't know if we have any other question from our players.
Somebody is asking if we're gonna do an RC buff or not, and if not, why. I cannot tell if we're gonna do it or not. It's definitely a question. It has been raised many times. We know that it's designed to be used differently as Rook, but we recognize like in the same kind of like warrior, having a decoy Rook might seem more efficient currently. So there is definitely, the city is definitely on our mind. We're gonna have another look at her potentially. I cannot promise there's gonna be a buff. Something might come out of her having an ability level 11, maybe. We'll see.
Cool.
Is there some surprise info that we have not revealed?
No, I think the surprise info was the Devastator in Superior. There are other projects we are working on, but there is nothing else we can reveal at the moment.
It will be an interesting end of year for sure. Okay, let me see. The combat batches. Initially, we don't want to divide the combat 5-star crystal in batches like we do with bots. Initially, because the amount of them is small, and so far we haven't thought about changing that, but we'll discuss it with the team. If at some point it makes sense to have that on batches, but that comes a problem. The batches already have a lot of them, like space in the shop, and it would change some other things. So maybe in the future, but for now, we'll keep the 5-star combat bots in the same batch. Redgar, yeah, I want Redgar in the game someday.
And Brown.
Oh yeah, and Willy.
But Redgar looks pretty cool.
Still a lot of bots left.
Yeah.
We'll get them for sure.
What else? Looking in different chats and checking the game and checking the chats.
Multitasking to the max.
My computer will start smoke.
Smoke signals. Help me hire no. Any other questions, Fabian?
No, actually, I think we revealed quite a lot this week. And I was potentially answering questions that people might have 2 weeks ago. Can we have Melody and Lucas and Metroplex and Triptychon as our in-game profile picture?
I actually catch that one. I guess
Sorry.
because they are not models per se, so they don't have a portrait in game. Probably can do something about that. Like if you wanted to have an avatar of them, of course.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have like a good quality looking 3D models for Melody and Lucas because they literally just displayed in the dialogue. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I know we don't have like
well.
renders of them that I can use to make the actual thing, but it's good to note. And I guess if we start with that, what will happen with J. Joe and other human characters?
Will we increase the slot in the research lab?
No plans to do that. Already just increase it to 2 and not have any plans to increase it higher than that.
When will the 10 crystals opening function will be added?
It will be delayed a bit. There were some issues like we had with it. So in order to we'll probably release it after we fix it. So I want to think like maybe after, not the next week, the week after, it will probably be live. So stay tuned for that.
Second question I read about this, and we would really like to do it. It's like, wait, I just had it on the mind. We did such a great job with the Sensus Twin. Will we see another game original bot release in the future?
I mean, even making the twins go hard because Hasbro doesn't really allow everyone to do that. The honor of actually making their own characters and putting in the universe. We would like to do that, but it's something really hard. I guess from Hasbro's side, and we don't want. I guess we want to make characters that actually have a chance of living in the universe and eventually become toys. So our efforts probably gonna be to promote these characters and actually make a new one. Of course, our artists here definitely would love to make a new one for sure. Cool. Since we're running out of time and we are both like trying to figure out some issues here, I think we should start saying goodbyes. Unless there's some question we can actually do now.
No, I think we ran out of question. I'm just going to remind everybody what we talked about today. We just talked about the event Hardwired, which you can get Prime Shards in. We read a little bit of dialogue, which is a bit shorter this week. We presented the next two bots to come into the game, Trailbreaker and Exhaust. We showed them in the showroom. We be probably wait a little bit more to have infos on the ability. We showed the next combat bot that are going to come in 1 week, Smashdown and Razor Sharp, mill bots that can stun regularly the defenses and are doing more damage on against other bots and combiners. We talked about the XP shop, and we talked also about the Devastator buff, which to keep it short, there will be more like area damage added to the rush and the death rate, and a general increase of ability damage for them. So yeah, that's what we talked about today. We will be back in 2 weeks, and we will show you then the ability for Trailbreaker and Exhaust.
Yeah, in 2 weeks will be the end of Saga, so just rip and in time for to showing the abilities. And this weekend we have an easy event, kind of laid back one. And next week it will be Halloween special, as we did previous years, special bundle, challenge battle, and some other trick or treats around it. But yeah, that's us for today.
Yeah, thank you for joining
Thanks for joining us,
this
guys.
week, and see you again in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good time.